So I'm a very indecisive person, always have been. Whenever I make a decision, I have these feelings of anxiety, like my body's punishing me for all the other, better choices I didn't make. So you can imagine the torment I go through when I'm trying to pick a show to watch on Netflix. My friends think I'm crazy for experiencing this. Why wouldn't I be excited about these seemingly endless TV possibilities? But surprisingly, this is actually a pretty common phenomenon. Analysis paralysis is something that social scientist Bonnie Talbot describes as the inability to make decisions when overwhelmed by choice. These feelings have really amplified through the digitization we've seen in the TV industry this past decade. So I grew up watching broadcast television, which was shaped by rigid scheduling and a scarce number of channels. If I was sick and staying home from school, you can bet I was probably watching Ellen, Judge Judy, or the Infomercial Network. You'd think I'd find these limited options pretty annoying, but I often catch myself reminiscing about how simple this time was. I wasn't fussy about what I was watching. I didn't have any decision-making anxiety, as I mindlessly enjoyed what was on screen. Of course, I might be in the minority here, and I can't deny the immense benefits of contemporary TV. Time-shifting technologies such as TiVo and cable TV later gave us increased flexibility and more viewing options. We can also now join a much wider conversation around our TV shows, as we watch content on one device and tweet or post Instagram stories on another. This participatory culture that Henry Jenkins first conceptualized helps give us a more inclusive and enhanced viewing experience. Then into streaming. The big platforms that we're all familiar with have thousands of titles to choose from. We, the audience, now have even more responsibility to look for shows we want to watch, which is becoming super complicated and overwhelming. The Netflix homepage feels like an infinite loop of shows, movies, and docuseries. I can't tell you the number of times I've sat down with a plate of food, ready to watch some Netflix, only to completely finish eating before I find a show I'm willing and eager to watch. And this usually ends in me rewatching a show I've seen a bunch of times, instead of picking something new. It's embarrassing how often I binge watch and then rewatch The Office, Parks and Rec, and Arrested Development, even though there are literally thousands of other options available to me. The huge number of titles on these platforms makes me think there must be something better out there. So even if I do finally commit to a show, it's only a matter of time before I abandon it and I'm on the hunt for the next best thing. And even with advanced algorithms and tailored suggestions, Netflix still seems to get it wrong. I'd argue that many people miss the leisurely nature of watching TV, where there's no requirement to engage further with content or make active decisions about what to watch. This feeling must be pretty universal, as we recently saw the introduction of Netflix's shuffle function, Play Something. Though it's still in its testing phase, I think it serves as an interesting commentary on how audiences want to experience television. So while streaming's here to stay, it'll be interesting to see how these platforms evolve, so I might finally be able to enjoy TV without the unnecessary anxiety.